Alright folks, after spending 100 hours in New World, here are some things I wish I knew sooner. Hopefully this video catches you in time, or at least you learn something new. As always, make sure to hit that subscribe bell and like. Now let's begin. Number 1 sounds easy, but skipping the tutorial. If you wish not to sit through it for the 4th time, hit escape. From there, click skip tutorial. Number 2, don't put all your stats into one attribute. With diminishing returns, the higher you get, the less it does. It's easy to see what your weapon scales off of, and the temptation to max it out is real, but I referenced Duke Sloth with the help of Reddit, who broke down the attributes' effect on your damage moving through the levels. So don't ignore those other attributes, but do collect those level bonuses. If you want to dive deeper, I posted a link in the description, go check it out. Number 3, play with PvP on. Now, this one's a little harder to embrace. Currently the scaling is all over the place, but Amazon Games did state that they're just trying to do, one versus the other to kind of find a good medium. So hopefully it's a lot better than what it is now. But currently, I think you get about 5% experience bonus up to 10. It's kind of hard to nail that down, but take that into consideration. I have not found a exact number for the bonus that you get for PvP, and I've been hearing 5 and 10%, so it's kind of hard, but just like I said, take that into consideration. But playing with PvP will improve your combat ability. Also a great way to level up your weapon mastery. So I recommend giving it a shot. I wish I would have started sooner. Number 4, mob aggression. If you're 10 levels higher than a mob, the window of aggression of mobs is a lot less, giving you more freedom to collect resources without being hassled by mobs who hardly do any damage and isn't really any benefit when you're going to kill them. Go to places you're higher in level if you wish to have no interruption, or at least a lot less. Number 5, Azoth from creatures. With Azoth being used in teleportation and reducing cooldowns for home recall, you gain these from creatures, quests, and harvesting in the world of Eternum, with higher level mobs giving more. Number 6, shields don't give stats unless being used. This is vastly overlooked. If you won't be using the sword and shield, give yourself the cap space in regards to armor rating by removing the shield. Now this might change in time, but currently you could be carrying dead weight instead of maximizing your loadout with better armor. I was a victim of this. I was playing Firestaff Mage thinking that the shield was giving me more armor. In turn, it was not. The armor class system is something that you'll want to keep an eye out for launch and look over the patch notes with a high likelihood of something changing or getting adjusted, so just keep that in mind. Number 7, keep your playthrough varied. This goes without saying. In Eternum, there is plenty to do, from campaign missions, which will hand out tuning orbs, preventing the need to craft them until you want to do multiple runs. Town boards, which recently got its cooldown increased from 30 minutes from 5 minutes. Also scaling with your profession level, no matter the settlement, so keep that in mind. That's a good little note there. Faction missions being the best place to get the currency to buy potions and some of the best gear, so stock up on quests for multiple regions, plan a route in your session, maximizing your efficiency with experience. Also will help prevent burnout. Experience all that New World has to offer, don't just pigeon yourself to one experience. Number 8, corrupted and elite locations. Don't shy away from these. Even if you're under level, scope it out. If other players are participating, you have a good shot of being able to survive if you sit back and just chip away. You'll be surprised how willing the player base is to revive you or throw you a heal when you're needed. Corrupted locations also give corrupted silver, which will be needed in tuning orbs anyways, so don't pass these up. Number 9, upgrade your tools. All tools from pickaxe to scythe can be leveled up, vastly increasing your harvesting speed and efficiency. With tier 2 being available once you reach your first settlement, this should be one of the first things you do when coming into town. Number 10, dash canceling, or what some people are calling weapon canceling, where you are canceling the roll or dash animation with a weapon swap to remove the slower frames. This is very crucial for closing the gap on fleeing opponents, or let alone just cutting down some travel time between locations. I recommend checking out Studi's video, which he breaks down the mechanics of this trick, and go give that video a like. Number 11, houses. Now everyone wants their first house as fast as possible. Not only does it give you a recall point, but it does open up a whole new section of New World. I would recommend waiting and buying the most expensive house first. Granted, it is a lot, but New World gives you 50% discount on your first house. You can get a hell of a deal if you just hold off. But you do you, boo. Number 12, trading posts are independent, meaning what you find in one settlement will differ to another. This jerk trying to sell you a large salmon for 500 gold, go to another settlement. Might find it for 50. Also, if you place a sell order and cancel it, or even the timer runs out, it will be placed into the settlement's chest. So, let's say you place it in Windsward and you canceled it, you have to go back to Windsward's chest to actually retrieve that. Something I didn't find out till later, so there you go. Number 13, storage sheds. Transferring items between settlements that your faction runs for a gold fee. So if you're in Syndicate and majority of the map is purple, well, you're in luck. You don't have to run to Monarch's Bluff for some fiber. You can just pay a small fee to get it transferred. However, if Marauders control Monarch's Bluff, you will have to travel there. So this is something I didn't find out till a little bit later, but it's kind of pretty useful. Try to keep all your chests, let's say, or all your items stored into, settlements that are controlled by the same factions. Makes it a little easier for crafting. Number 14, changing factions. There's a cooldown of 120 days every time you switch factions. As a caveat, you can't switch to the most dominating faction. To switch factions, you merely press K and go to bio and switch faction. As a side note, at least one faction must be in control of the territory and your rank tokens will be reset. This can be pretty useful since sometimes some servers get very heavy in one faction versus the other, and if you wish to balance out the odds a little bit, you can always jump into the other faction and kind of fight against the majority. Everybody loves a underdog story, right? Number 15, there's a ton of useful resources out there. We linked a bunch of them down below and add them to your favorites bar, as they are super helpful if it's identifying ingredient locations to tips and tricks. Otherwise, you can just hit that subscribe and just follow, because I go through a lot of stuff here. But I wish I would have knew about these sites a lot sooner before the beta, because holy crap, it would have made my life 10 times easier. But anyways, moving on. And that is actually it. That is 15 tips or tricks or things I wish I knew sooner that hopefully find a way to you guys and hopefully helps you guys out. We do have some more videos coming out. Launch should be pretty interesting if you guys aren't already in a company, or you guys just want to come and hang out with the lovely Discord community. Just hit that link and see you on over there.